My quarterback, my quarterback. Yeah, I wanted to just make a video on my quarterback over here on the sports channel, man. You know, NFL season right around the corner, man. I think we play our first preseason game this Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Bear down. We coming to the Super Bowl this year. I don't want to hear nothing about the Lions, the Tigers, the Bears. Well, the Bears we going to hear about. I don't want to hear nothing about that shit, man. I don't want to hear nothing about the Vikings, the Lions, the Packers, the Seahawks. I don't want to hear nothing about the Patriots. I don't want to hear nothing about the Rams. Y'all stupid. This is the best quarterback in the league. I don't want to argue. You can argue with your mama, stupid. This is the best quarterback in the league. Can't nobody do what he do other than Patrick Mahomes, and he coming off an injury. So y'all can shut up with all that bullshit. We won in the Super Bowl this year, and that's what it is. You got a problem with it, say something.
Just last year, the whole world hated Caleb Williams.
I don't like Caleb Williams.
When and where is it acceptable for a man to cry? He's soft. He's a crybaby.
He has been abysmal. He has been a disaster.
After a brutal rookie season,
They said this is why you could tell people don't watch games. They just talk, and that's like the stupidest thing in the world to me. Like, how are you gonna get on here on ESPN? You getting paid tens of millions of dollars to talk about something that you didn't watch. Because if you watched Caleb Williams' rookie season, you knew that a lot of the stupid shit that happened wasn't his fault. It was a dumbass coach with dumbass players. The first time he got a good coach, pretty much the same team, a way better coach and a way better system, he took it took the Rams into overtime and almost beat the Rams and almost got to a conference championship game.
The Bears on a 10-game losing streak. The media, critics, and even Bears fans were ready to give up on him.
Right now, as we speak, he's the worst quarterback drafted in the first round.
But this year, he's proving everyone wrong.
Snap back to Caleb with a bunch set to the right. Pressure
Can't nobody
starts
do
to
this.
close out,
Can't nobody
running
do
away
that.
from it to
Look
the
at
other
that.
side,
That's
gets it
Michael
away.
Jordan.
Caleb Williams has the opportunity to be the biggest thing in Chicago since Michael Jordan.
He's got to do it inside the 35. My goodness, what a throw, what a catch. Bears stay alive.
This is how legends are born.
This is what a generational quarterback looks like.
Caleb Williams is rewriting what it means to be a Bears quarterback. He's been the driving force behind the Chicago Bears, completely turning their franchise around and becoming one of the scariest teams in the entire NFL.
The guy gives you a chance to win every game.
They will always find a way to win if you leave the door open.
But there's a new one-armed man in Chicago, and his name is Caleb Williams.
So, how did Caleb Williams break the Bears' curse and become arguably the most clutch quarterback in all of football? Well, to figure that out, you have to understand why, before this season, Chicago was widely regarded as a place quarterbacks go to die.
Yeah,
for years, the Bears have never had a truly great passer. You
can't tell me well, who's the best quarterback. Do you really? I think he already has. I think Caleb Williams already has like the most passing yards in a season by the Bears quarterbacks. Like, you can't tell me about no great quarterbacks, bro. Like, that ever been on the Bears, ever. Rex Grossman went to the Super Bowl and choked. Jay Cutler was terrible. We had Mitchell Trubisky, and in between Jay Cutler and Mitchell Trubisky, I don't even really know who the fuck we had, gang. Do your homework.
Even had a quarterback throw for over 4,000 yards in a season. Jay Cutler gave the city hope in 2010 when he delivered the Bears their last playoff win. But injuries, inconsistency, and constant chaos kept them from ever becoming the guy. In 2017, the Bears drafted Mitchell Trubisky.
Stupidest draft pick of all time. We passed up on Patrick Mahomes for this guy, by the way. I think Lamar Jackson was at a deal. We passed up on Patrick Mahomes. I think we passed up on Deshaun Watson. And somebody else.
Second overall, hoping he could save the franchise. He showed flashes, but a toxic environment caused everything to fall apart, and he was gone after 4 seasons. In 2021, Justin Fields was drafted 11th overall. The talent was there, but poor coaching and a bad supporting cast.
But I will say, a lot of these quarterbacks, we had terrible teams, bro. Like, we had good teams with terrible coaches. Like, I don't think y'all understand how big of a deal it is for the Chicago fucking Bears, of all NFL teams, to have a franchise coach and a franchise quarterback that we can depend on for the next 5 or 10 years. Minimum 10 years. And I don't think y'all understand, like, how I can cry right now.
Tenure after just 3 years. Through it all, one thing never changed: instability. Coaches came and went. Quarterbacks
always had
flashed,
good players. We
then
always had a
failed.
good defense.
Hope skyrocketed, and then crashed. By the early 2020s, the Bears were stuck in purgatory, unable to find the one player who could save them.
Right there.
That is, until 2024. When the Bears selected Caleb Williams with the first overall pick, something felt different because there was something about him, a certain magic. A magic he's had long before anyone knew his name. Born in Washington, D.C., football was the center of Caleb Williams' life from the start. At just 4 years old, he fell in love with the game, and he played all over the field. However, after a brutal loss when he was just 10 years old, everything changed.
It was a tough loss. I took that, I took it to heart. I wanted to switch to quarterback. I wanted to be able to spread the ball around. I wanted to be a reason why we would win games.
From there on out, my dad went to work, and he put things in place for me.
He wanted to become the greatest quarterback ever. So his father, Carl Williams, constructed what their family called the plan. Every workout, every meal, every decision, all of it was designed to mold Caleb into an elite quarterback. He trained before and after school, traveled the country to work with quarterback coaches, followed a strict nutrition plan.
This is what happens, bro. Like, I love to see stuff like this because have you ever needed your paycheck to just come a little early? Like, yeah, you get paid on Friday, but it's Tuesday and you need the money now. There's a banking app called Current, and they got a whole bunch of super useful features on this app. And one of the best features is it lets you access up to $750 of your paycheck early if you qualify. With Current, you get a full list of features like paycheck advance, fee-free overdraft, the build card, and more. Now, paycheck advance is my favorite, but if you focused on building credit or if you just want a smoother way to manage your money, it handles everything in one app. And I know how I feel for your paycheck to be coming Friday, but you need your money Monday and it's an emergency and you need that money now and you can't get that money now because you gotta wait, but you can't wait. And that's why I partner with them. And right now they're giving $75 to anybody who signs up for the Current app using the link that's in my description or scanning the QR code that's on the screen. If you scan the QR code, it'll take you straight to the sign up page where you can create your account. Just go through the normal sign up steps, enter your information, and order your Current card. After you complete those steps, you'll see the option that pops up to enter my promo code. And that promo code is going to access your $75 when you switch your direct deposit. Make sure you go through the full sign up process so you do not miss out on the $75. If you ever feel like managing money is stressful or even just tight sometimes, it's definitely worth just checking out because that's literally what it's designed for. Helping people just like you stay more on top of your finances. It really show you, like, when you got a dad and that dad is in your corner and he pushing you and he putting his resources and his time, his attention, his money into you, greatness gonna almost always follow, bro. Almost always. And I think that's why a lot of superstars, I think that's why a lot of their sons never are that good because you don't have the time. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the time to pour into them because you on the road, you playing games. Michael Jordan ain't got the time to teach his son how to be raw as hell. LeBron James don't got the time to teach his son how to be raw as hell. I bet he's still in the league right now. He done left his damn son in LA. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he don't really got the time to really give him the time, make sure he try. Yeah, he got the money, but he don't got the personal time. The coach ain't gonna give a fuck how your dad gonna care, you know?
And even received media training. Caleb Williams was practically built in a lab, and by high school, he was already one of the most promising players in the region. At Gonzaga High School, he became the varsity starting quarterback as a freshman. But his
oh my God, bro! If that's crazy. That's the same play he did on the Packers, almost to the T, bro.
High school, he became the varsity starting quarterback as a freshman. But his sophomore season is when he really got his name out there. He led his team to the WCAC championship, where with seconds left on the clock, he became a local legend.
Oh, so he been clutch.
And if somebody caught that, did somebody catch that? Gonzaga, did they catch that? Touchdown!
He been clutch? No, that's crazy.
On the last second on a Hail Mary pass.
That's crazy.
A last-second Hail Mary game winner capped off a 470-yard, 7-touchdown performance, bringing Gonzaga their first championship since 2002. From that moment on, he became one of the top quarterback prospects in the nation.
Committed to OU.
After high school, Caleb Williams joined the Oklahoma Sooners with the goal of becoming the starter in his freshman season, but he wouldn't get his opportunity until the team's rivalry game against Texas. With the Sooners trailing 35-17, starting quarterback Spencer Rattler was benched, and Caleb Williams took over. And what happened next shocked everyone.
He came back on their dumbass in the bowl game, right? Against Texas, too.
For the end zone for Mims. He comes back for it. He caught it! He caught it! Touchdown! Oklahoma has come all the way back!
Caleb led an 18-point comeback, winning 55-48 and launching himself into stardom.
They said,
a year later, he followed his head coach Lincoln Riley to USC, and he became the best quarterback in college football. In 2022, he threw for over.
You know what's crazy too? When I lived in LA, I lived in LA for about a year, and when I lived there, I went to 2 basketball games. I went to one game at USC. I forgot who they played, and then I went to another game in UCLA, and they played USC. And when I went to the UC, I don't know. I forgot who. Well, I forgot. I live right now at USC though, so I went to the USC game, and Caleb was there. And at that time, he had already won the Heisman and stuff like that. I didn't know who the fuck he was because at that time I really wasn't watching college football like that, like for the most part. But my homie knew college football like real good. He used to play, and my homie was like, "Yeah, that's that nigga, boy. He gonna be rich as hell, boy. He getting paid, boy. He went to NIL. They say he gonna be like the first pick in the draft. We might get him." I said, "For real, he cold?" They said, "That nigga, he's like that nigga cold." I said, "Damn, for real?" I said, "Well, I hope we get him. Crazy, we got him."
4,500 yards, accounted for 52 total touchdowns, and won the Heisman Trophy.
Caleb Williams, Southern.
Oh yeah, he beat C.J. Stroud for that Heisman.
By the time he declared for the 2024 NFL drafts, he was widely viewed as a can't-miss generational prospect.
Yeah. The Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams.
#1 overall pick.
When the Chicago Bears selected him with the first overall pick, he immediately had the pressure of a franchise placed on his shoulders.
Yeah.
He was expected to not just perform, but to also keep this unstable team intact.
Doomsday came out in that draft?
And for a moment, there was a spark. Caleb started his rookie year off strong, leading the Bears towards winning 4 of their first 6 games. For the first time in years, the city believed again. But
I remember that. Then it went.
Everything fell apart.
It was our coach, bro. It was our coach, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It was our coach. This is what fucked us up. I remember watching this game. Now you can. This was, and the reason, I'm gonna tell y'all the reason. This is why you gotta watch the games. Our coach was Matt Eberflus, that he should never have another job in the NFL again. If that nigga's not a ball boy or a Gatorade boy, he should not work in the NFL for any professional football team ever. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Matt Eberflus. So we're winning this game, right? Matt Eberflus, the dumbass coach that we had, this is at the end of the game, probably like 20 seconds left, right? They start their drive on like the 15, 25 yard line, something like that. Not Hail Mary range at all, right? This nigga, our coach, literally told our defense, yeah, just let them do something and let's get the game over with, right? So the defense spreads out, wide open lanes, wide open receivers. Jaden McDaniels throws a decent pass. Dude goes out of bounds. And now they're on the 35 or the 40-yard line. Now they're in Hail Mary range. Why the next fucking drive, this man hikes the ball and does this.
Step into it. Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line. And the ball is caught!
And our dumbass coach got in the post-game press conference and said, yeah, I still believe that was the right move. From that day forward, I knew we were fucked. When he got fired, I said, thank the Lord Jesus.
This last-second Hail Mary by the Commanders sent the Bears into a free fall. That loss would end up being the first of a 10-game losing streak where everything around Caleb spiraled. This collapse exposed the team's deepest problems. Caleb's supporting cast.
Do you know that he got sacked the most times by a quarterback in NFL history in one season? Do you know that? That's how terrible we were. So do you understand the fact that we got a good coach, a great quarterback, some good receivers, a good defense, and a good O-line this year? This is like fucking, you pinch me, nigga, I think I'm dreaming.
Was poor. His offensive line rarely gave him time to even think. And worst of all,
anything,
his own coaches didn't even bother
surprised he
teaching
didn't get
him.
injured.
Bears players told me that they felt mistakes were being overlooked, that things weren't being corrected on the fly when they should have been, and that was part of the reason for a 5-12 season last year.
It became clear that no matter how talented Caleb Williams was, his talent alone couldn't save a broken franchise.
I'm talking about that nigga.
Not when a team around him was actively holding him back.
Terrible. The worst coach I've ever seen in my life.
The Bears entered 2025 with a different approach. They hired a coach who could completely change the culture of this team.
The Chicago Bears have gotten their man. The team has agreed to terms with Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson on a contract to become their new head coach.
Over the course of the 2025 offseason, Ben Johnson and the front office rebuilt the roster from the ground up. And in training camp, he set the tone for this new Bears team.
Accountability and integrity are going to be the cornerstones of everything we're going to be about.
And as soon as we got Ben Johnson, I remember watching all of this stuff like on the Instagram, and I was so happy we got Ben. And I remember when he was coming there, he said, we're going to be accountable. We're going to work our fucking ass. I just like the energy that he brought. You know what I'm saying? That shit matters. A coach, like one thing, and I ain't never played professional sports, but when I did play sports, one thing I hated was a little bonehead, lackadaisical coach. All right, guys, just come on. Bitch, I ain't playing for you.
Players are going to understand the staff is going to be there to support them. And really, at the end of the day, there will be a level of discipline that they're looking to embrace here.
Ben Johnson pushed Caleb Williams to his limit over the summer. He was extra hard on him because he knew the potential that Caleb had within him. And at first, it was rough. Reports and videos surfaced of Caleb struggling in practice.
The Bears' offense and Caleb Williams were a disaster yesterday. At one point, Ben Johnson barking at him. Caleb Williams is super talented, but you're now starting to see last year OTAs in camp, some of the same problems, not as correctable as many of us think. And I got to tell you, we're going to know by early October if this guy can play.
But behind the scenes, Caleb was being recalibrated and fine-tuned. And after months of relentless work, Caleb Williams entered 2025 with a new confidence and with a belief that he could finally change this franchise. However, the Bears began the season poorly, losing their first two games against their divisional rivals.
And the Chicago Bears, who dropped to 0-2.
Came out 0-2.
We got 15
I was
more
like,
games,
man.
and there's been
But I heard him
multiple
say this.
occasions teams that rally back and go on a run, and that's what we're focused on.
But then,
very good. I was hearing all the right things, and I'm just happy that we turned. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what was said. I don't know what went on, but
everything began to click.
Niggas started locking
in
in
week
after
3
that
against the Cowboys.
game.
Caleb had the best performance of his NFL career up to that point, throwing for almost 300 yards and 4 passing touchdowns.
I was, boy. I tell you, I was screaming at that TV, boy.
He drove his offense down the field for a last-second game-winning kick.
Snap a bit high.
I was on a plane watching this game.
Good, and the Bears win it.
My boy.
In week 7 against the Bengals, he tore apart their defense and capped the game off with an improbable last-minute game winner.
Loveland bangs off his man.
Boom. Bang off him. Spent off him. Touchdown. Stupid ass.
Holston Loveland in a jaw-dropper.
And it didn't stop there. These fourth-quarter comebacks became routine.
I remember every time he had a fourth-quarter comeback, they was like, he can't keep doing this. He can't keep doing this. And he just kept doing it.
The Bears kept finding ways to just win. Then came week 16 against their most hated rival, the Green Bay Packers, the team that had owned them for over a decade. That's when it became clear that this team was different.
Looking downfield, launching downfield.
Touchdown. Game over. Overtime. Game over, buddy.
Bears win it. DJ Moore.
Not long after that stunner in Soldier Field, the Bears clinched their first playoff berth since 2020 and their first division title since 2018. By the end of the season, Caleb Williams had grown into a great quarterback. He broke the franchise passing yard record and had arguably the best regular season by a Bears quarterback in the modern era.
We have everything, and it reminds me, and the people are going to call me insane. Hear me out. We have everything that the Patriots had when they went on a run. Great coach. Dog. Don't play like that. He don't even play. You know what I'm saying? Got a great, young. Tell me Colston Loveland don't give you Gronkowski vibes. Travis Kelce vibes. And oh, mama gonna go that man. Right under center. Light skin. might have his nails painted. But when he grabbed that ball, boy, that motherfucker go 99 yards. Caleb Williams. We got the shit we need. Good defense. Good O-line. Remember, Brady had a very good O-line. He can't do what he did without an O-line. The difference between Brady and Brady and Caleb Williams is Caleb Williams can do shit that Tom Brady couldn't do if he dreamt about it. Tom Brady couldn't even dream about doing the shit Caleb Williams could do. The only person that's close is Patrick Mahomes. So, I mean, we got potential, bro. We got potential to be either decent at the very least. I feel like at the worst, the Bears can be decent. Maybe win a Super Bowl, maybe 2 in the next 10 years. But I think our ceiling is a dynasty.
But more importantly, he had changed the direction of this franchise. For the first time in years, Chicago had real hope. They had a quarterback that could make magic happen. And there was a genuine belief that with Caleb Williams at the helm, they could make some noise in the playoffs. And almost like it was pulled straight out of a storybook,
literally,
the Bears faced off against the Packers again. This time in the wild card. However, the game started horribly. Green Bay dominated Chicago, and by halftime, they were trailing 21-3. But despite being in a deficit that no Bears quarterback had ever overcome in the postseason, no one in that stadium truly believed it was over.
No.
And sure enough, the Bears came out of the locker room with new life. Slowly,
I remember Caleb yelled at the team on the playoffs, "Do your fucking job! Do your fucking job!" I remember he was screaming at the team. And I remember them watching him. They like, okay. They locked in. I said, okay.
Methodically, Caleb Williams and the Bears offense chipped away at the lead. But for me, the turning point of this game happened with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Caleb Williams faced 4th and 8 with the Bears season on the line. A moment like this can easily break most young quarterbacks.
Especially a second-year quarterback.
But what makes Caleb Williams so special is that when he's under the most pressure, that's exactly when he's at his best.
Have to get to the
That's
Green
the same
Bay
play
49,
from high school, ain't it?
Williams chased, throws.
Put that bitch in the bucket on 4th down, boy.
At the 30-yard line. Roman Dunze on a 4th and 8. Keeps it going.
With this one throw, Caleb Williams not only proved he truly was a generational talent, but he also marked the beginning of a new era of Chicago football.
Game is over! Game is over! The Bears have come from all the way behind, and they beat the Green Bay Packers 31-27. All the ghosts of 15 seasons has been released into this cold January night.
Yeah. And I can't wait for this season, boy. Let's get it, nigga.